Alrighty, guys. This is I gotta throw some security in here at the beginning, just for my security people. But I'm on obviously GitHub, and this is Scapy. A lot of security people use this package. It's a network protocol, and it allows you to customize network packets and stuff with Python. And uh, a hacker, when he's in a network, he's in there with just the terminal. That's why you guys got to get comfortable with the terminal. I always say, like 50 times now, and it's probably going to end up being, much, much more, probably in the hundreds, because that's where you live. But when you get into a network, you don't have Wireshark, you don't have uh, Netcap, you don't have a lot of tools that you normally have when you're in your VM. And see, when you're taking ethical courses, you know, this is where you live. You play it and you do your exercises and everything in Kali Linux or um, in your lessons, with Hack the Box or Try Hack Me or wherever you're doing it, which is done in the cloud. And that's where mine will be done when I get my uh, course and channel complete. I'm setting it up now, but um, you don't really get the hands-on experience of an illegal hacker all on his own, out where he's not supposed to be, because if he's out on the internet, he's not supposed to be there, because those are owned by AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon. The internet's owned by the communication companies. Those are all their sub networks, their switches, their routers, and everything. And you got no business pilfering out there, if you will. But that's what hackers do. And is it ethical? Is it not ethical? I'm going to get to that. Okay. Uh, you know what? I'm not going to edit this at all. I'm going to keep the long pauses and everything, because I really don't know what to say. I honestly don't, and I want that to be reflected in the pauses and stuff. But apparently, I don't know. This might help somebody out. I don't know if I'm be causing harm to somebody or if I'm helping them, because you're going. I'm going to address it who I'm talking to in a minute, but you're going through stuff in life that I personally have not gone through. Yes, my life started out horrible. I was probably 30 seconds to a minute away from not being here on Earth when my mom drowned me. And that's all in a prior video. You guys can catch up on that. For you guys that maybe this is your first video that you saw, I went through this whole process in the hacker's profile a few videos back. But I get not a lot. I've got two people in my chat that DM me, and they're not there for the security or anything. They went through depression, possible suicide thoughts and stuff, and they just want to talk to me, about my attitude. Um, and this is actually going on here. Let me, oh, this is something else. I'll get into that in a minute. Let me open up the Discord. I can tell you, this chat is actually going on right now. And actually, I just thought to cover some things that might help on some other spots too. If you have never suffered depression, where does your insight come from? Observing others might give insight. Is that enough qualification? Yeah, I don't know if it is. The fourth monkey, like I said, this is a gray area. Um, but yeah, you can see it's mostly going on between the fourth monkey and Nico. No one's really in this conversation, but I'm sure. See well, forget the bots. All these green, they could be listening or playing their game, but I think probably a lot of them are listening because apparently this is a touchy subject. You don't necessarily need to suffer depression to help someone else. Just telling you, yeah, okay. But anyway, you guys see, um, and hackers are unique. I give you that. Hackers are unique, and that might be why you're drawn to hackers. Um, they're very positive. They're very, very confident. They're arrogant. They're egotistical. They're narcissistic to a point. Um, I guess I would have to say they're all the things that you're not. And you're wondering, can I be that? Can I change? Can I, change my life direction? And I don't know. Maybe you can. Maybe I don't know. Like I said, and to be honest with you, um, now listen to anyone that's listening to me. I'm not in your shoes, okay? Yeah, I have a lot of wisdom. I have a lot of knowledge. I've done a lot of things in my life. I've seen a lot. I've seen people die. I've seen about four people die right in front of me. One of them on a motorcycle going about over 100 miles an hour ran into a light pole. That wasn't a friend of mine or anything. That was just someone that passed us on a motorcycle in the mountains, and he took the corner way too fast, and he ended up going up on the side rail, and he fell off the bike, and he literally his body tumbled down the side on top of the side rail down it until it slammed into the pole, the light pole that was right in the center of the rail. Uh, Again, I don't know why I laughed, but that's me. Like I said, but yeah, you know, I've lived a strange life. If I've said it in many other videos, and you guys only know the half of it. The blackjack card counting, and the hacking, and I got the felony, and almost dying from being drowned in a toilet, and that's not even scratching the surface. There's 62 years in my life, um, and I got one of my best friends is an uh, that's some subject. Um, One of my best friends is an Indian. Now, I'm not talking about from India. I'm talking, Indian. Cowboys and Indians. But he's another character all in himself. Not a good one. Not a good one at all, if I'm to be honest. But yeah, you know, I've hung around. I've dealt with. Experienced life in a lot of strange ways. Homelessness. Living on the railroad tracks, riding trains with a train gang. I guess again, you can see that in my video on hackers. You know how hackers become hackers. Well, not how I'm talking about me, not saying everyone went through that route, but my background. But all I can say is, we all have our problems. Especially me right now. Health is a huge problem with me right now. It has been since 2020 happened and everything, and that's a life struggle. It sucks. Every day getting up sucks. And everything, and that I can relate to. But I like everything else in my life. I deal with it. You know, I get pissed off at it. I cuss. I moan. And I guess that's what stops me from going into depression. I guess because I got that fight attitude. The saying fight or flight. Well, I'm not a person that flights. I'm not a person that I'm the person that takes things head on. Um, and it's not suicide, but I take things head on. And if I die from doing it, well then okay, my life problems are over with quickly. Um, what's there to worry about? You know, so that's just how I look at it. But yeah, I'm not running, you know, and it's not that I want to commit suicide or die. I just don't want to run. If someone, it's like a wrestler or a boxer, you know, If you want to challenge me and take me on, well, fucking hey, let's go. As they say, let's do this. Um, I'll worry about it's my choice. I'll worry about the consequences. If I don't come out on top, well, okay. That was a bad choice. Not the first one I made. Apparently it was the last one I made, but that's how I live. That's just me. Um, so I can acknowledge that, yeah, you're probably going through hell. Life's probably a struggle. Every day, getting through every day is a struggle. It is for me currently, but it's a different struggle. Probably not as bad or anything as depression or anything. Like I said, I don't know. I never experienced it. I cannot relate to you on that level. Um, but hackers are, um, yeah, hackers are like the exact opposite of what you are right now. And I can see your confusion. I can see, and take my mom drowning me for a minute. That has nothing to do with my mom. That has nothing to do with anything in the world. That has nothing to do with life being against you or anything. Because none of that, no one cares. None of that. Obviously, my mom didn't care. Life doesn't care. Life is going to go on, whether you are here or not. You, this is not being derogatory or anything, but as far as life and the universe goes, you don't mean shit. You're you're only here for 100 years at the most, if you're lucky. Yes, there are, you're 1% of 1% of maybe 1% of those people that live over 100 years old, but there's not many. So as and if you believe the Big Bang Theory, life itself, the universe is 15 billion years old, maybe more now. And your little bitty 100 years, of you going to be here, that's not even a one speck of one grain of sand on the whole fucking eastern beach. That's how insignificant your life is in the overall scheme of things. So don't think you're some center of, you know, God, world, here I am, you all need to pay attention to me. First of all, my advice to you, my honest advice to you, will be get over that mentality because you're living in a fantasy land. And I just explained it and broke it down to you. And from my perspective, my point of view, um, this is not going to go over well either. Probably anything that I say is not going to go over well. But professional help. Um, Normally, yes. Normally, in a normal, unbiased, level world, a professional should help you. But the problem with that is it's corrupt. The whole system is corrupt. The pharmacy industry is the big, I'm not going to get into that. But forget drug cartels, forget terrorist organizations, forget everything bad that you know about, anything that you have heard in the media or anything. Personally, from my point of view, I'm going to put the pharmacy industry above all of them. Because, as they say, they've got nothing on the pharmacy industry. And I'll just leave that there. They just want to get you on drugs. Sell, 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 sell drugs. And there are people under psychiatric care and in mental institutions and stuff. I'm not saying all of them, but there are a percentage that are there that shouldn't be there. They're there because they're on unnecessary medication. But wherever they're at, the care center or whatever hospital or wherever is making money off of it. And there's a wealthy person or a wealthy investment firm, a private equity firm, to be specific. I could name about 4 or 5 of them if I wanted to. I know them very well from my work. Um, that own these. Well, not own. They got a controlling interest in these because they're shareholders in them. Well, they're shareholders pretty much in everything that you buy. I don't care if it's a baby diaper, all the way up to the car, the home, the groceries, everything. They have shares in every single company of every single product that you buy. This is not me being a conspiracy nut or anything. This can be proven in financial records with the Security Exchange Commission. If you look up the stockholders, the top controlling stockholders of all of these corporations, you will see these 3 or 4 names there on every single corporation in every single industry. So, do I trust the professional mental institution? No, I don't. They're going to deny everything I say. Oh, you got this and that, and that's what they're supposed to do. It's what a criminal does. Look at the cops. Every time they ask a criminal, "Did you kill this person?" No, I didn't. I wasn't even anywhere. I wasn't anywhere near there, man. I didn't do nothing. And you know what? These companies and everything, when they get questions in an interview or a media or anything, they do the exact. They become criminals. They do the exact same thing. Oh no, you're looking at it wrong. You're misunderstood. You got your facts mixed up. Here, let us straighten you out. Let us tell you the truth. Just think about that for a minute. When someone tells you, let us tell you the truth. Just ponder on that for a little while. Um, and the reason I'm like this is because that I can say that about the professional industry and everything, because I've got a positive attitude. There's only one. I'm pretty smart, okay, and unlike a lot of people in the world, when my brain analyzes something and thinks about it, and uses my 62 years of knowledge and what I've been through in life and everything, and all the different people and stuff that I've talked to and been lied to and not lied to and told the truth to and everything. When I go through all that, when I'm evaluating something and I come up with my own conclusion, that conclusion of mine is absolute concrete. It will not be changed. I won't take it. It to me, it is gospel truth. And nothing anybody else can do or say is going to change it. If it's wrong, okay, it's wrong. That's my problem. That is not your problem. If I've got wrong information that kills me, just like I said at the beginning of this video, that's my problem, not your problem. If it is wrong and it kills me, well, I live with it. I'm dead now. It killed me, but I did live with it. It's my decision. I'm going with it. I'm standing behind it. And end the story. If I'm wrong, okay, I'm wrong. Why does it bother you? Why do you all got to be hurt? And try your 150% to convince me that I'm wrong and your belief is right. Because you know why you want me to believe your belief is right? Let me ask you one important question. If I say that you are right, how much money is it in it for you? You answer that question to me truthfully, and then I'll believe you. The problem is they won't. Oh, it's not about the money. You listen, anytime anyone walking this earth tells you that it is not about the money, I'm going to stand on a stack of Bibles and tell you and preach to you, it is about the money. And that's the end of that story, because there is no other further talking about that. That story ends right there. It is about the money. You know, and I could give you sources. Like I told you, I do study psychology. I do study psychiatry. I do study charisma. I do study body language. I do study all of these things, not to help people. That's not my area. And technically, I can't help people, because you got to be to do, again, money, money, money. But Donald Trump, his money song to his TV series that he had, money, 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 money. It all comes down. You need to be licensed. You need to be board approved, which means a lot of money in college courses, going through college, 6 years of college, studying this, that, the other, and everything and everything. They got to get all of their money for you. Okay, you spend a lot of money. You're in debt now. You have to work to pay the debt off. So you've done good. Here's your license, and you are able to work. But, you know, follow our research papers. Only preach what our research papers tell you about medical conditions, the kind of drugs you got to use and prescribe and everything. Don't go off on your own thinking you know this or know that. No, stick to the training that you paid for, so you can make your big money and have your Mercedes. We'll give you that, and you can pay off your debt. It's kind of like loan sharking, if you want to look at it in reality, or let's just say from another perspective, if you will. But that is my whole problem. You going the professional route. There's nothing wrong with it, and yes, it should be a viable path. The problem is it's not, because it is not trustable. And again, I'm not a medical professional or anything like that. This is my disclaimer. I'm only talking and telling you this from my personal opinion. You're open to your personal opinion. Um, there's nothing wrong with that. If you believe that I'm full of BS, well, okay, that's fine. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I don't mind it. But like I said, that's your risk. Like, I stand on my beliefs, and I'm willing to die from what I believe and what I stand on. If it's wrong, okay, I'm wrong. And you have to do the same. If you want to think that I'm just talking a bunch of BS right now and everything, and you're going to go and see a professional and everything, I've got no problem with that. If you believe it'll help you out and everything, go for it. And if it does work out for you, if you get maybe the one out of 1,000 people that is honest and truthful in that field, then hey, you hit megabucks, you hit the jackpot. You took a gamble, you took a risk, and you got really lucky, and it paid off for you. I'm happy for you. That's all I can say. You know, it just does not go that way for a vast majority of people. Now, since I wanted to get that out of the way, I got to put something up of worthwhile to my people that have listened to me go through this, because I know they watch it. The maybe 40 or 50 people or so, or the 40, 50 views that I probably will get on this video will be from my peeps in my Discord, because they'll listen to it. So now I got to give uh, something, for them, for them, I guess, to benefit. Oh, I know the message count has been going up. Um, I'm trying to get serious here and everything, but I cleared it. And I've been, watching it, but it's hard for me to read and say because this is a serious topic, and I didn't want to, mess it up or say the wrong thing to people because I know, well, two people I know that are listening to this that are in a situation of depression and stuff, and that's the only reason they watch my channel. They're not in it for the security or anything. They're just, really, really intrigued about, my positivity and, my attitude basically. And, they're like, one of them even said, how do I get that? If I could get that, my life would be much, much better. And as far as she goes, I'm not going to say anything, but I think I know what some of her backstory is. And that's one problem. I'm sure those of you that are thinking know where I'm going, but I'm not actually going to say it. But um, just like me, we have no say when we're born. And I've said this in my other video. Um, we have absolute no say in where we're born, what place in the world, who the parents are, or not. We're just a little sperm or whatever, and it just happens. We get thrown in, to this whatever location you get born into, and whatever family you're born into, and that family could be fucked up, you know. And guess what? By no means your fault. You're going to end up fucked up because these are the same people that are going to bring you up. You're going to learn from them. You're going to learn to talk like they do. You're going to learn to believe what they believe. They're going to brainwash you, basically, in reality speaking. And now, this this is going to my people in Discord know that I'm into this, but a lot of people on YouTube don't. I'm into the divination arts. I've been in it for a long time. Tarot, astrology, numerology, all that. And I'm very good at it. Now, just like hacking, I have a totally different attitude and a belief system with all of that than all of your normal professional, if you will, astrologers and tarot card readers and stuff. Um, and I don't have a lot of people that pay for my services and that, but the very few that I do, believe, in me, and that's what you need. Every astrologer, that's all you need. You need to put yourself out there to the masses, and you're going to collect. Like, this is sales, this is marketing. You got to talk to 1,000 people before you get 25 sales. You're going to go through a lot of negativity, a lot of no's, a lot of hang-ups, a lot of fuck yous, and everything. And don't call me no more, take me off your list. And and that's with anything. And that's what they do. And the people that I have gotten personally, they they are very experienced in whatever field I got them in, whether it was tarot, whether it was numerology, or where it was astrology, because they have spent many years going from one astrologer or one person to another person to another person to another person, and just not finding what they're looking for, if you will. Um, and then they stumble onto me through word of mouth because I don't advertise I don't have a website. I don't advertise. There's there's a group of people from my YouTube channels. This isn't the only one. I got a Blender channel. I got 14 other channels, and I mention my astrology on pretty much every one of them. And I'm going to show you another one here in just a minute. Um, about oddly enough, the topic of the last video, or either the second to the last video or what it was editing my videos. I do know editing. I know filmmaking. That's another subject that I've studied and took courses on and everything, along with a lot of other stuff. Like I said, I'm a polymath. I'm experienced in a lot of different skill sets. Um, and I'm going to show you some of my beginning filmmaking. This was like 2022, and I started studying filmmaking in 2020. Because of the whole thing in 2020 hit. And I needed something to take my time up. And since I was into computers and everything, and I was into photography, I do like picture taking and cameras and stuff. So I said, why not get into filmmaking? I mean, it's not that big of a step from, you know, photography to filmmaking. So that's why it took me down that path. And that's why I decided to get more video channels, so I can play around with filmmaking and everything. But, um, so yeah, see, I lost where I was. I lost what I was talking about before I went on that sidetrack. Well, since I went on that sidetrack, let me do that and get at it. Maybe while this video plays for you guys, I'll think about where I was. But but hopefully this is some entertaining for my peeps, that are watching this, and probably didn't need the first part of this video, but I wanted to get it. I wanted to talk about it because I've got it on my other channels too, because I'm the same way on my other channels. And I have told my backstory on my Blender channel also. So all the stuff that you guys know from the video here, they've kind of heard also the same thing. Like maybe not exactly like I said it here, but along the same kind of line things. Because like I said, I'm not scripted. So, but anyway, they know the same thing. So I get the same type of questions from people that are in this medical predicament, if you will, and want my opinion because they've heard from a lot of they've talked to doctors and they've heard from a lot of people already, and that's what they're just searching for opinions, and they're going to pick whoever they want to follow and believe and everything like that. And the two people in this channel here from the security that talk to me, um, they really like me. They like my point of view and my outlook on it. And the same with the security people here. They said my outlook and my thought is unlike any they've heard from any other professional. Well, yeah, obviously. First of all, I'm not trying to sell you anything. That's the first thing. That's the first and most important thing that's different, right there. But with that, uh, I will edit this one part here because you guys don't need to see me switching over to that to play it, because there might be some stuff private and stuff because I'm a security researcher, people. Okay, there might be something flash on my screen that you guys can pause on and that I don't want you seeing or something. So this switch will let you edit it out. But like I said, this is from my filmmaking channel, and this is I'm a big Marvel fan, MCU fan, and Star Wars fan, and now I'm getting into other stuff. There's a lot of stuff on Netflix I'm getting into. Well, I'm a chess player too, and I do want to see Queen's Gambit on Netflix, and I've been wanting to do that for like the past 6 months. I, I still can't get over to it. I'm just too busy. Um, the last episode of the Bad Batch, on Star Wars, that was over like a month ago, and I still haven't seen that yet. So yeah. But anyway, this is a clip that I did, a montage, if you will, of the top movies. Well, what I thought the top movies that were coming out in 2022 were going to be, and I put together this montage to show the people, and this is my little storytelling. If you because that's what filmmaking is. And this is my little storytelling visually um, on what's coming out. So I'll play this for you guys for you. I'll cut to it. Um, I'll play the first part, but I'll let it play so you guys can hear me. But it's basically a monologue. If you guys want to hear, I'll give you the link in the chat here somewhere. But if you guys want to see the whole thing, but the first part of it is me just laying the groundwork. What I'm telling you now, basically. And you'll know it's me when you hear my voice. I sound the exact same as on there as I do here. So yes, it's one of my channels. It is my channel and everything. So with that, let's check it out. Alrighty, everyone. Welcome to the Poor Filmmaker. Are you guys ready for 2022? and all the good stuff coming out. Okay, here we are. I got it right there. Bad stuff too. I won't say yet. So here I'll jump to it, so you guys don't got to listen to this one, first minute and a half or whatever it is. Sign up. Enjoy.
Wanda.
I knew sooner or later you'd show up. I made mistakes, and people were hurt.
I'm not here to talk about Westview.
Then what are you here for?
I need your help. But I never meant for any of this to happen. Will not go unpunished, unpunished. What do you know about the multiverse?
Did you see her hair? It looks like she made out with a tornado. It's just Jewish hair.
So much volume.
My goal is to find out who killed Xavier. Now, you all went to your high school reunion for what? Second chances at life? Love? Something else? I would just love it if you could just skip to the part where the murder happened.
I'm telling you a story here. I'm building character arcs, dynamics.
Everybody here hated Xavier.
He's the worst.
I'm gonna have sex with your ex.
Dude, 6 years old.
Daddy, I love him.
Everyone seems to think you did it.
Boba Fett was a man with no name kind of character.
You know, the idea of somebody wearing Mandalorian armor is clearly influenced by Boba Fett. So bringing in Boba Fett felt very right.
John's story structure was really brilliant in that it was just overflowing with all things cool.
There's a rawness to everything. That's what I love about it. I think that's what gives it its authenticity.
There's a little bit of fun in there as well. A lot of action, drama, and it's going to be exciting for the fans to see. It's going to be some journey.
There used to be families in every house on this street. You could hear the kids laughing all the time. You know, we don't need anyone to save us.
Just trying to save myself.
I'm still looking for answers. I just don't know the questions anymore. I've got blood on my hands. No matter how hard I try, I can't wash away the past.
Most guys I sponsor, they got a hard time doing work. But you got a different sort of malady. Yeah, it ain't the work, it's the letting go.
Your grandma's gonna worry.
You ain't my father.
You find a way to make peace with it, or it makes war with you.
What's up? We close.
I'm gonna have to open you up.
What?
We can never go home.
Kill the girl and the old lady. Make it messy.
I'm gonna make it right. Home protection.
Hunting.
The trash man wasn't always a trash man.
You sent me to kill the Grim Reaper.
We're done here.
Yeah, but you didn't even know that was fake, and you straight up just chopped off his head.
Remember that.
Yeah. Christmas this year is gonna be rough.
That's some of my film editing and stuff. And that was 22. Do I want to do the same thing for 2025? I haven't done a video on that channel in over a year or so. So, I don't know yet. I'll, I'm just too busy. But Obsidian. Oh yeah, this is a plug-in for Obsidian. I was looking at it too, out of curiosity. But yeah. But that's that. And like I said what are my thoughts on it. If you guys, if you are a person in this situation, and you like what I said, or you don't like what I said, whatever, either the case, and you want to talk to me about it, join the chat and let me know No, don't let me know, because then people will see who you are. Um, uh, just DM me. Now, this is very questionable because, like I told you, well, no, you might not know, but if you watch, you two have watched all of my videos, so I can tell this to you. You guys know that I've said before in one of my videos, everybody lies. I don't care if you're the most God-fearing person in church and you attend church every Sunday, everybody lies. Your problem, yes, it is your problem, but your issue when you're talking to people is to find out why they're lying. Again, that's the answer to everything in life. Always, in hacking and security and everything too, always ask the question, why? If you find out why someone is lying, then you're going to get a lot of insight into them, because there's a reason they're lying. Unless they're a compulsive liar. And yes, there are people that are compulsive liars. Probably a couple in my channel. But again, this is just something, this is my mindset. Okay, yeah, I'm telling you guys this from a hacker, and every hacker's different. Yes, I'm a hacker, and it's my belief. It's me that's made me the kind of hacker that I am. Now, you could say it's one of the reasons why, I'm considered a top hacker or elite hacker, if you will. There are other people that are also fall into that category, and I don't know their backstory. I don't know, they might have not have had anything bad happen to them, and this is just how they are. I don't know. Each one of us has our own story, but it always involves something. There's always something in our background that has made us what we are. Now, that something might not have been something bad. It might have been something good. A family that's actually positive and supports you the whole way in everything you do, and that can make you a top hacker too. Because you got support. You got people pulling for you and helping you out every way they can. I didn't have that. I didn't have no one helping me out. Not a lot of people liked me when I was young. I was a very violent kid. Who did like me when I was young were the girls. And that was just being used, if I'm to be honest. They liked me because their boyfriends wouldn't pick on them. Because they knew, if you were a friend of mine, I was always looking for a reason to fight. I mean, I swear to God, if you walked by me and brushed my shirt, I would have probably beat the hell out of you. I was always looking for a reason. So yeah, if a girl would, now I'm going to separate these words. If a girl was a friend of mine, that does not mean girlfriend. That means if she was a friend of mine and we hung out, not regularly, but once or two, three times a day, a week, or around school or whatever, they knew that they better not do anything for her, because there is no excuse. Like usually a guy that batters his old lady, he's got an excuse for it, or I'm sorry, look, I won't do it again. And you know what? I did not care about any of that bullshit. You know what? Yeah, you won't do it again, because first of all, you're going to have to come out of the hospital and survive before we even see if you even get a chance to do it again. Because if once I meet you, you're not walking away from the meeting. You're probably going to need an ambulance and a stretcher. But that was me as a young kid. That was me in my teenagers, my 20s, probably up until my late 20s, I would say. maybe right around my 30, right in that area. So yeah, like I said, that's another thing I haven't gotten into is that side of me in my videos. Again, you don't know how many people, and this is family and friends too, have told me over the years that I should write an autobiography because it's just a fucking long and crazy fucking ride. And I guess it is to an extent. But other than that, I hope this video helps you guys. Again, like my other two videos, this is too many videos within 7 days. But people join my channel because I guess well, a lot of them join it because they're in this, but other people join my channel, for their own reasons. These two here for for what they got going on. Other people just because they love my talking, my storytelling and stuff. They don't hear it anywhere else on YouTube, so it's something different, I guess. And they're into that. They're into this. Just listen to someone tell their life story. Granted, older people, I give you that. They don't mind sitting down listening to another old person talk about his old times, because they got their own stories. They probably tell their grandkids or whatever, but they're into stories. They love listening to stories. So how many people are that percentage of my views? Who knows? But I've only got maybe 100 people in my Discord chat, and I'm getting hundreds of views on every video. Well, not every video. The last two videos have died off, and I knew that was going to happen. I said it in my last video because this is where, well, other than this video, this is where the actual trading is going to start. And so the storytelling will be over and everything. So yeah, a lot of them people will be gone, and so yeah, views are going to drop here pretty quick. But there'll always be videos like this. I'll probably classify in my playlist under miscellaneous or storytelling. I do have, yes, I do have a playlist called storytelling, and that's probably where this will go to. But again, if you stayed this long, I appreciate it. I love the love you guys give, and hit that subscribe button and notification if you want to keep, because you can see you never know when a video is going to come out. I don't even know. So if I don't know, you guys surely don't know. But if you want to know, you got to hit that notification. See, that's here. I'm selling. Here I am selling. So, yeah, I'm sure you guys are. Every YouTuber says the same thing, so that's not nothing new. But with that, I guess I'll leave you guys again. And like I said, see me in the chat if you want to talk to me. I'm always on. If I'm not on, I'm sleeping. Literally, I'm not kidding. If I am not on the computer, or if I'm not chatting, that means I'm in bed. The only two places that I live right now in my life. So with that, we'll catch you guys later.